Welcome and hello and hello and welcome. It is an extra special hump day from your head hump. It's Danny Deals. It's un poco mas, where we give you just a little bit more, guys. If you would forgive me for a few minutes, I'm just going to do a WWE style professional wrestling limber up. Just a couple of chest slaps. That should do it. Yeah, now I'm ready for some acrobatics that would make a gymnast blush. I just slapped myself in the chest a couple times, ready to go. Ready for some hardcore athletics. What's going on, Charted Travel? Yes, it is me. It is I. I'm in my SOFI blues. I'm in my dress blues here, guys. I'm kind of boring. I've been talking a lot about Neo because I bought an absolute ton of Neo options, and they just went absolutely through the roof. I'm up like 300% on some of those options. I've been extremely excited about it. I've had a semi for like the last week. And of course, the Hang Seng was closed for National Day, so I was crying a few tears. But guys, I do want to talk SoFi Technologies Incorporated. Obviously, that is my first love, my first, my last, my everything. You know, I don't do it very well, guys. There's only one you. Anyway, guys, welcome and hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me. Hope everybody's been well. Just not that much going on with the SoFi stocks. Been not bearish volume, not bullish volume. I want to see 40, 50 million shares. It got as high as, 37. Bears want us either going ham on the algo where they can control everything through high frequency trading, price fixing, churning, all that fun stuff like they're making butter. Or they want it down, 20 million, 21 million. Today it was a little low for my taste. 28 million, but what you'll note on the daily is you had a little bit of a sell-off and then didn't really do that mountain and hump, just didn't sell off toward the end of the day. Why? The algo couldn't hold it. Lots and lots of variance, lots of big orders, lots of new people coming to the table. I think anyone who doesn't have shit for brains can see that SoFi is about to explode, turn a corner, inflection point, break bad, whatever you want to call it. Everybody knows what's happening. Why are these YouTurders out all of a sudden? I'm seeing like this cadre of third-rate, low-level, half-brain YouTurders. Just SoFi is going to crash. SoFi to 660. I mean, usually when I search SoFi stock on YouTurd, I'm looking for myself on like page 50 because I don't even bother to make thumbnails anymore. Because I told you, turds, I don't want to grow this stupid channel. I just want to get out some of my angst and zeitgeist. I don't even know what those terms mean. But anyway, guys, it's French for I like to talk too much. Drive my beautiful partner insane. So I started making these idiotic videos because I saw people like Stock Mo, and there's thousands of people watching these things. They're like, buy Shiba Inu. Like, people are paying these people for memberships? I taught at the high school level. What is the high school level? A GED program? WTF are you talking about, Stock Mo? I love you, brother. Just if you were a high school teacher, just say you're a high school teacher. Taught at the high school level. Oh, people make me so angry. Anyway, guys, not Stock Mo. I love the great Stock Mo. I love unbranded black baseball caps and just that down-home wisdom. You only can get about 8,000 places on YouTube. I saw him on, he was doing some shows, pretty good shows, like that Stock Up guy, Larry, and then another dude. They're batting it around. It's good entertainment. But guys, this is entertainment purposes only. Sorry if I'm rambling. I'm a little bit tired. I've been like watching Neo all night and then working and doing taxes. I'm starting a new business, got an escrow, just so many things happening. It goes round the clock. And old Danny Deals just not as young as he used to be, not as spry. Doesn't have the spring in his step. I can still outwork anybody, but I just do it with a lot more caring and back pain and a, bad attitude. So not afraid of a little hard work. I'm just going to let you know about it. Anyway, guys, so 28 million shares on the day, stock up 16 cents. I know you turds covet a look at this members area live short interest. So let's take a look. They were shorting yesterday, borrowed $1.5 million yesterday, borrowed a net of 2 more million today. Interestingly enough, cost to borrow minimum was not negative today. So nobody was actually paying people to short the stock. But in terms of the news on the day, obviously the big one was this announcement that SOFI has partnered with PrimaryBid. My understanding is they're using technologies from both companies. Sort of PrimaryBid is the engine, and then SOFI is the compliance part. I don't know if I've read that right. I haven't. I know Tanner made a video. If you want actual facts, you should probably watch his video. But I'm going to watch it a little bit later when I have some time. But I thought before I get any information, any facts, anything useful, anything you could possibly use, I'll just get on the air and just, blah, pull my own chatty Cathy string and just come right at you. Come right at you with no information, a lot of enthusiasm. That's not really enthusiasm anyway. It's more, aging bitterness. Anyway, guys, welcome and hello and welcome. Let me see what's going on with my good buddies. So let's go to the PrimaryBid thing, and then I want to look at the chart because where is SOFI crashing? Where's the downtrend? I mean, it closed here. So it's actually the stock is making higher highs, it's making higher lows. It's been in the clear uptrend, I think, for the last at least 2 months, probably 3 months. SOFI loves to do these mirror patterns. That's kind of how the algos work. You'll see this little hitch right here from August 20 to August 19, August 19 to 23. You see a similar little hitch here, and you see an M. And the SOFI algos, the short algo, the mechanics that work on the stock that take it up and down, they often do these sort of mirror image patterns, take it up and down. But the difference is it's not working. Look how steep this inclination is. I mean, look at this chart. You see a clear transition where this thing just bottomed out 1, 2, 3 times. This was a big fugazi here, and it's been up. I mean, all these YouTurders talking 660, low 6s, 5s. Stock is crashing. What to do? When will it stop crashing? It's not crashing at all. It's right here in the pattern. It's like a good receiver. It's in the pattern. I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing an uptrend. I don't know what you guys are seeing. And also, I mean, this level the stock closed at today, this sort of 780 level, this was, exact resistance, not exact, but here forms. I mean, this has been a somewhat key level. And we've already just broken through it 4 times. We're just testing this upward bound here. This upward, sorry guys, my mind is blanking. I need some sleep and or coffee, preferably both. It's you're off when you can have like a really strong cup of coffee and just go right to sleep. Something is wrong. Something is very, very wrong. But it's sort of this ascending wedge. It just looks like the stock is about to break out. I mean, remember, we came down from, $28. The stock has been consolidating for 2.5 years off of a similar level, really came down about $6-7. Sideways and down. Mechanics, shorts, the option sellers, they've been working you guys hard. They've been working you over. In about 12 rounds, just getting beat up to the body. But I say, why doesn't retail, if you know what you own, if you believe in the fundamentals, if you think like I do, the stock is worth $12-13, why don't we ever push the shorts off a cliff? It's, we're not a pack of wild dogs. We don't have a killer instinct. If you're smart, of course, you want to buy low, but it's like a game theory thing. If we all acted collectively, the GameStop deal, we'd win in the end. But the problem is there's just too many free riders that say, I'm going to play the thing from 6:30 and then dump at 8. And everybody seems, that's why it's having a hard time breaking through these levels and staying up. I mean, it looked like it wanted to consolidate a bit over 8 and then nope. Anyway, guys, welcome and hello and welcome. Let's see who's here, guys. Already said hello to Charted Travel. We got the great Charles Stewart. Like the stream before you even started. Cannot be stopped. What's up, Colombian Kingpin? Hello and welcome. What's going on, Rumi? How you doing? Thanks for watching. How you doing, Matt Flo? Good to see you. Vladi Z in the house once again. Welcome back. We got the great Mustang Rider there. Hello from Nashville. Thank you. Hello from the beautiful hellhole that is Los Angeles. Good to see you again, Mustang Rider. We got barbecue, one of my absolute favorite foods and one of my absolute favorite viewers. Coming off the top rope like Jimmy Superfly Snuka. That's what I'm going to call you. My barbecue Snuka. Heirloom Cedar is here. What's up? Welcome and hello, Heirloom Cedar. We got Charted Travel. Let's go. We got SJ Tavares. Danny Deals is here. Once again, let's go. I'm trying to use less profanity, guys. It's not really working because it's all still happening in my head. My head is this constant barrage of profanity. We got Emilio Aguirre here. I am so thrilled right now that I can't stop rocking back and forth. Monster Head. Absolutely, Emilio. Why not? Rock it. Rock the boat. Why not rock the boat? Life's short, man. Mix it up. We got Charted Travel. Please remind us, what is that ticker symbol? We got SOFI Technologies Incorporated Charted Travel. Ticker symbol is SOFI. You can see it here on my hat that I had to pay way too much for on eBay, the SoFi Stadium hat. I had one of these a long time ago when the stadium first opened. I don't know what happened to it. I think somebody stole it, and I had to acquire another one. It's well worth it. It's a quality hat. Well worth like $80 shipping. You know why some of the stuff you want, which is completely domestically based in the United States, you have to always buy it from like Belgium, where there's some like, ring of people like taking these goods and storing it and then sending it over to Belgium and then selling it back to fat YouTurders on eBay. Go home. Get off the clock. Make these stupid videos. I got my staff sitting around staring at me, slack-jawed. Clock out. The hell out of here. What is this, your living room? Grandma's not here. Gam ain't here. She's somewhere else. Anyway, welcome and hello and welcome. I forget what I was talking about. I guess it was SOFI Stock. We got Rumi on my trading account. I've been selling $8 SOFI covered calls, selling $8 cash secured puts, almost right at the money. Yeah, I mean, it's if it stays where you want it to, everything, you look like a genius, right, Rumi? But yeah, I mean, it's a good play. I like selling options, guys. I mean, sometimes I buy long calls like 2026, sometimes even shorter ones, but I get out of them on any pop. You're far better off selling options. I mean, that's been proven statistically over and over. Let's see. Yeah, dude, I don't want to grow this channel, Chris. YouTube is a complete pain in the ass. You wouldn't believe these psychos who get on here. They're so angry. Like, dude, what are you so angry about? Just some idiot talking about a stock. Like, who fucking cares? I'm not trying to get you to buy it. You're some broke psychopath online, threatening people and then, trying to direct people to some like neo-Nazi groups. There's just like, I don't know, man. That's why social media is not for me. I don't use it. I was like, I'm very reluctant to even be a YouTurder. But here I am, present and accounted for, like Kurt Keckner. What's going on? Clap my dog. We got Air Force in the house. Air Force in the house. Super duper pooper scooper as the stocks ebb and flow. I am your pooper scooper, your honey dipper, your champion of the outhouse emptying tank community. A job I only had for less than an hour before I quit. Many years ago. We got Gilgo, a beach slayer, rhymes with Gilgo, incidentally, nothing else. Certainly not dildo. Happy and welcome. Hello and welcome, YouTurders. Hello and welcome, Gilgo. Good to see you once again, my friend. We got Chris saving his cash Friday buy if the market takes a dump. Yeah, always have cash on hand in case the market shits its chonies, which it often does. We got downtrend is probably just going to be macro anyway. I do not expect a downtrend. I expect SOFI to move up a bit. I actually think there's going to be some covering into this ER. Analysts are now all looking kind of 4 cents. You see, yesterday, SOFI was Zach's bull of the day. A lot of good that did us. Kramer's, the bald-headed dweeb gave us a big pump. A lot, and then Insider Monkey tried to amplify that. Of course, Motley Fool pumping the stock 400 times a day. It just doesn't matter because they're just creating a narrative for retail who's already fully invested in the stock as much as they want to be. I mean, it was just in the sixes. So that's what I'm saying. There's not continuation. because it takes institutions to create that run and keep the buying pressure up. Us returders are just weak sauce Delta Bravos posing online as wealthy so-and-sos wearing monocles and eating Grey Poupon Dijon ketchups with the beautiful people, which we are not. And you guys are good looking. So out of all my viewers, I think only, who is it? Yeah, I think only Colombian Kingpin, maybe Vladi there. You can't really see him. He's off to the side in a red hat. Mustang Rider, only they're handsome and confident enough to put their actual photo. The rest of you guys, you just got a bunch of graphics and bullshit, avatars. I mean, in fairness, Colombian Kingpin's avatar is mostly hairline and shoving his schnoz out of the way, but we love him anyway. He's a good dude. He's got a lot going on below the hood, if you know what I mean. Oh, anyway, guys. Big bald head, big brain, lots of smarts, lots of money. That's what I like to say. I am the Sofa King. Everything is so fucking great. Bought $8 call, 11.15. There was a ton of volume. It's up. Let's go SoFi. Very nice, Ken. As I will say, just know when to get out of them. Get out of them on any pop. Don't hold those things, hoping it's going to go much higher late in the game. Don't let time decay be your enemy. Get out on a pop with a nice profit and be happy with a nice profit and redeploy that capital. Don't hold calls too long, guys. We got Ken Bakorski. Hello from the armpit of America, Metro Detroit. The Dirty D. Welcome and hello, Ken. Hello and welcome. So guys, hello and welcome. Thank you guys for everybody's here. We got Matt Flo. Where's the Chia Pet? Haven't heard from him in months. Why not reiterate the 350? Matt Flo. Funny. Yeah, everybody's already jealous of you. It's got millions of shares of SoFi stock. Your name rhymes with Anthony Noto. You're over in, SoFi HQ. Yeah, we're already jealous. We think we got jealous of you. You put up a picture of Mrs. Flo. Everybody's going to be jelly. Anyway, no, guys, low country loot and pawn. Think about the uptrend is about to start in the earnings. Yeah, guys, we're always moving just kind of sideways, tepidly, like an old man trying to send back soup at a deli. We're just tepidly moving sideways into the ER. Then they do a little pump or a little dump. Now we're getting organic buying. That's the difference, guys. We were like 33% institutional ownership. It's garbage. It's cabbage. It's weak. It's weak sauce, douchebag level institutional ownership. Moved all the way up now to on the books, like 45, 46%. And institutions have been buying this stock of late. Those filings are not in. We're still seeing, Q3 just ended. So up until this point, we've been seeing Q2 filings. So toward the end of this quarter, that's when that'll really start to update. I think we're way above 50% institutional ownership right now. But I could be wrong. I often am. That's why you should never listen to YouTurders. We're a bunch of freaking idiots. What are the shorts doing? I mean, they're borrowing to control the price, kill options, kind of just pump the brakes, step on the testicles. The brake pedal, of course, not the testicles. Why would you have a pair of testicles down near your pedals for your car? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. But yeah, what are the shorts doing? I mean, they're not doing much. They're not digging in much deeper. They're not covering. They're just controlling the price with borrowing. But remember, borrowing is independent of short selling. Like NEO right now has, 12% short, 160 million shares, and they borrowed almost 400 million shares. SoFi nowhere near that extreme. Let's just, out of curiosity, let's just see what Fintel shows on the short. So they're showing a higher short interest, 187 million shares, 18%. The short score up at 58. And then you can see it in the ratios as well that they're starting to short again. I mean, it's just as obvious as it gets. So they were down here in the 20s, and then Fridays they were shorting a little bit more back into the 30s, but the last 2 days 45, and today will probably be that was today, So they're back shorting. I mean, for SoFi, 50 wasn't uncommon, 60 wasn't uncommon. We saw this ratio of days with low volume get as high as 70. But for any other stock in any other world, particular stock with very strong fundamentals that's about to, turn the corner, as it were, guys, lest ye forget, because you have a short attention span and you are a complete yak-ass. I mean, SoFi, in my opinion, is about to make 5 cents a share. Now, yes, I'm a cockeyed optimist. I'm usually completely wrong. Actually, I've been pretty accurate with some of my predictions. But a broken clock's right twice a day, and even the sun shines on a dog's ass once in a while. But be that as it may, folks, there's nothing telling me there's any weakness here. And so if they can earn that 5 cents, that'll be more in one quarter than they've earned their last 3 profitable quarters. 2 cents, 1 cent, 1 cent. To move up to 5 cents is very significant. Now, it's not some crazy move, but this SoFi stock has never moved. It's to my mind, idiotic and illogical to think it won't get a hybrid tech multiple. Kramer's talking about it. It's a fintech. That's what matters, and it's going to go higher. And for once, that catch-all turd is right. SoFi is going higher. And I'm going to ride the wave, folks, because I'm too stubborn and stupid to get out. No, this is a great company, guys. I mean, management, this is another building block. These other fintechs, they do like one thing. They make these checkout loans, or they, have some bullshit AI algorithm that, sniffs your boxers and decides if you're going to get funding. I mean, what kind of technology is that? They're going to send a team of people around to sniff your boxers, decide if they're going to give you a loan. I mean, it's unconventional. I saw it on Etsy. Couldn't find my 3-digit code for my credit card. The guys never showed up. But anyway, oh boy. We got our number one viewer, our number one person, number one in the charts, and number one in our hearts. That's right. You guessed it. It is Princess J, the great, the wonderful Princess J. And we want to send a very special shout out to our professor, our doctor, Dr. Little Shoes, who has been staying with us while she's doing a fellowship at UCLA. And we couldn't be happier to host Dr. Little Shoes. If you're watching, we wish you an absolute speedy recovery, and we just absolutely love you to death. That's a bad thing, but we love you so much. And same with Princess J. Guys, I don't mean to be emotional, but Princess J and Dr. Little Shoes are about the best unit a guy could ever ask for in this world or the next. Anyway, guys, I love him so much. Thanks for watching, sweetheart. Welcome and hello and welcome and hello. I'll take screwing the shorts for 200, please. Carl Seamark, and the answer is Danny Deals. No, I'm not advocating collective action. I'm not, trying to orchestrate anything. I know Whispering Puppy is not, what's his name, Kitty, the guy with the red headband, but guys, the facts are these. Everybody just gets weak and they just want to sell and they just want to trade. I mean, there are very few retail long-term people. We talk about it, but we don't want to be about it because it requires discipline. And people have limited patience and people have limited capital. And when you see things screaming up, this stock will move. They want you to lose patience. That's the whole goal. The hedge funds, the market makers, they know it's going to move. They want to buy shares cheap. They want to cover short positions. They entered at 680 to 720, at least in the low sixes. Do you want to sell your shares in the low sixes? I don't. But if you don't want to sell your shares in the low sixes and you think the stock's worth 12, we're not willing to buy at 8. They keep driving it down. It just takes the momentum. You get that dead stock narrative. And now you get a bunch of third-rate YouTurders with receding hairlines and about 6,000 to 10,000 viewers telling you the stock is crashing, the stock is crashing. But it's not. So I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about. It's higher than the ER, got no bump off of interest rates. It just sucked back down. It's the algos. It's the shorters. It's the borrowers. It's the tiny wing market haters. They love to hate this stock. They hate Noto because he's intelligent, he's good looking, he executes. They hate people who can execute. They hate people who can sell. They hate people who can close. They hate executives that are able to afford to get a haircut every single day. People with an unlimited windbreaker budget. They just hate. People like Anthony Noto, or, all-American football player, top of his class, the United States Military Academy. There's a lot to hate. When somebody accomplishes that much and a company accomplishes this much in this short of a time, people feel threatened. Especially if you have a tiny wing as an analyst or a short. There's a reason they call them shorts, folks. South of the equator, they're playing small ball, choking up on the bat. I know I've used that line a bunch of times. I'm going to write some new material, folks. No, I won't. No, I won't. There you go. What do you got, Chris? Looks like Chris is a member of the New England Patriots. I think Chris is actually Tom Brady. I can comp you a cardboard flannel slightly used in Paris Olympics. Yeah, no semen there. No blood and semen on this mattress. Your eyes are lying to you. So oversized black rim glasses. My lady said I look like an idiot. Yeah, the more your lady says you look like an idiot, the more she actually loves it, right? Right? Ortex, Chris, yes, Ortex. I named my first child Ortex. What about it? Dr. Little Shoes, not a cat. How dare you, Carl Seymour? How dare you? An MD, PhD that is completely covered in hair. You take that back. Anyway, guys, welcome and hello and welcome. And once again, I just want to thank the beautiful, wonderful Princess J for taking her valuable time from being an entrepreneur and dealing with a rowdy, obnoxious mob named Danny Deals to grace us with her presence. What a treat. What a life I have, guys. How lucky am I? Just made so much money on Neo. Princess J is here. Dr. Little Shoes is doing well. Life is good. Life is good, guys. I hope it is for you as well. Again, I don't really know what I was talking about this video. Just Max Payne is 8, guys. So, it's been moving up fast. I mean, Max Payne was 650, 750, and moved up to 8. So, I mean, a lot of open interest, but puts are very, very strong this week, guys. Puts are very, very strong. The bears came to play, as did the shorts. They're going to want this right between these peaks here. Right between these twin peaks, right in the channel. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if the stock closed right around this level on Friday. It's very hard to say, but the thing is kind of that time decay, time compression, I think is really working against the shorts and bears at this point, because I think Anthony Noto and SOFI management have a ton of credibility. And I think they keep, putting out good news that the market does not respond. That's all the way since like the NBA deal. But everything was down, guys. But, Robinhood moved. Of course, Palantir, giant moves. That stock's on a different level. Even FinTurds like Upstart and Affirm, they made big moves. SoFi is going to make a big move. It's just like George Costanza's dad. You got to wait for the move. Or Frank Reynolds. Wait for the move. Wait for it. Wait for it. That's how he got his ex-wife, was that move. Oh, the end of October can't come soon. Daniel, I couldn't agree with you more. All Daniels are brilliant, especially ones in cowboy hats. If you're a SoFi bull, what you like is real data, because it cuts through the bullshit. You're like, oh yeah, SoFi is actually growing. They're actually doing great, and they're not growing at 15%. At the worst of times, they're growing closer to 20%. You go to like 1/4, it's low. 15% CAGR is nonsense for this company. Going to be at least 25. The difference between a company growing at 15% and 25% is extremely dramatic because the growth compounds. Think about paying interest at 15% versus 25%. Think about the difference over years. It's the same thing. Or savings, anyway. Savings more compound. Interest doesn't really compound, but unless it's like piling up and you keep paying interest on the interest, like a complete idiot. But I've been there. Cash advance for 100. Anybody? Hey, I'm drunk. I'm gambling. Let's cash advance. Anyone? The things you do in college. Very, very stupid. Anyway, guys, welcome and hello. Yeah, it's gonna get wrecked. As Strongman says, it's gonna be legit, but gotta hit 5 cents. I'm thinking 5 cents too, Chris, but the market doesn't want to see 3. They're not gonna be impressed with 3. I don't care what week. So, SoFi needs to beat decisively. They've been cheerleading this quarter. They've been talking it up. They're saying Q3 is going to be a transition. We're going to start making some real money. They've got to back that up. They did when they made promises, they backed those promises up and then some. I have to believe there's something in store from Galileo. Otherwise, it's hard to get to these numbers. It's hard to see how they get to these numbers because the interest rates didn't really kick in. The interest rate cut came very, very late in the quarter. There's like 10 days left in the quarter. The key is going to be how it affects guidance. Guidance is what matters, guys. But since I've been just droning on for half an hour, what did SoFi actually do? They launched directed share platform for US IPOs and capital raises powered by PrimaryBid. So PrimaryBid is, I guess, a UK-based company. So it's a member-centric one-stop shop for digital. Oh no, this is just a description of SoFi. Sorry, I should read things in advance, do a little bit of research. But so it allows companies to allocate a portion of their share offering to specific individuals or groups, such as employees or customers. If you're like an angel investor or anything, or invest in any startups, like about Carta, about certificates, this is a huge pain in the ass. However, since these solutions often require manual processing, don't integrate well with other systems, that's to put it mildly, they're expensive and time insensitive to operate and limit investor participation to a select few. With a potential rebound initial public offering, so this SoFi's timing this. Noto's timing the release of these features for how they're going to be received in the market. Why would you want to push out this product a couple of years ago when the market's just dead? With a potential rebound for the initial public offering market in 2025, SoFi's offering brings equity program management, IPO, and falling offering processes into the digital age. It also gives issuers enhanced flexibility to raise capital by enabling them to involve non-institutional investor groups at scale. So basically, companies, if it wants to offer, piece of their IPO, some of their shares to employees, customers, partners, whatever, it was very hard to do. Traditional DSPs often have high account minimum requirements, carry significant cost to companies, lack benefits to underwriters, limiting their appeal. This just costs underwriters time and money. They don't want to deal with it. SoFi now offers companies going public a turnkey 100% digital way to offer IPO shares to employees and other people who help build their business, and whomever else they want to direct the shares to. Hey, want to give some shares to your brother Kimball? You give some shares to your brother Kimball. Nobody can stop you. Whether it's 10 or 10,000 people can open an account from a smartphone in seconds, transfer money seamlessly, and stay informed throughout the IPO process. And information is king. Information is power. Knowing is half the battle, I believe G.I. Joe used to say. Excuse me. Welcome and hello and welcome. It's Unpoco Moss, guys. SoFi Stock, ticker symbol SOFI. It's Unpoco Moss. With no cost or deposit requirements, SoFi, we continue to provide mainstream investors access to products like alternative investments, IPOs, which have historically been reserved for high net worth individuals, democratizing the landscape. Let me in now. It's like Nelly said, let me in now. Helping more of our members get their money right. Companies want intelligent, targeted investor inclusion to IPO and franchise those people who matter along with their long-term success, said Anand Sambhavan, CEO of PrimaryBid. Sorry, I botched your name, sir. I'm assuming that's a man. I'm not even sure that's a man. Until now, they've lacked tools to deliver this at scale with meaningful data. A problem PrimaryBid is solving globally. The solutions for the U.S. market, combining SoFi and PrimaryBid's technologies, ensure regulatory compliance while removing the administrative burden from issuers, advisors running DSP. SoFi's DSP 2.0 lets companies shape their offer around strategic needs, not technological limitations. It's vital to see innovation in the ways companies engage stakeholders when going public, and the market will welcome new technologies and modernize the IPO process. Policymakers look to broaden investor participation, said John Tuttle. John Tuttle from Tacoma, Washington, once brainwashed by the communists and now back as the former vice chairman of the NYSE Group on expert U.S. capital markets policy. Whew, what a title. These advancements can strengthen our public markets and support the next generation of great American companies. Regulators like this stuff. Democratizes the landscape, brings more people in, less exclusionary. Not sure how this applies to the exclusionary rule. Perhaps someone with more legal training on bird law can get back to me on that in the chat. Ken Bukowski. Yeah, 10X made a great deal, Ken. I hope you're buying this dip. I was buying off the low threes. I kind of rebuilt my position there. I really like 10X's drug. I don't know, but like I said, with these penny stocks, you get wiped out by these deals, this dilution. But this last deal, they raised 100 million. It was not a bad deal at all. Consider it. But the thing is, they just had to get away from Roth Capital. Made two of the worst financing deals I've ever seen. But it was tough times, high interest rates, no money out there. I had to sell the whole damn company for like $15 million. It's like a Jagex move. Oh my God, painful. But yeah, no, I'm glutton for more punishment. I think levosimendan is a legitimate drug. I think it's going to get approved relatively quickly by the FDA, and they're going to ramp sales. That's what I think. Like I said, I'm usually wrong, and I'm always chubby. Neither one is pretty. Ken Bukowski did buy. You did buy. Yeah, I wouldn't. That's very, very stupid, but I'm glad you did. Drink tap water. I don't have any tap water. I was a bottled water. Not financial advice at all, Ken. It's just a big load of crap. Anyway, guys, I'm getting tired. I don't really have anything to say in the first place. You know, I mean, I wouldn't say this is definitive, but if it can, what I'm looking for, obviously, is just to move up again off of this blue line at this steep angle. If it does that, if it makes even a smaller move than these last three, because this is compressing, it's going to break through this line. I mean, it just is. Any of these three, even a smaller move. And it's consolidating here. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You insulted him a little bit. Did I get the 10X proxy materials? I have people who handle that stuff for me, Thomas. Lawyers, accountants, and such, assistants, administrative assistants, assistants to my administrative assistants, and stuff. No, I don't. Yeah, I think I did get it. But I do have somebody else votes for me on the, I just say what I want to do. So I got a big list of stuff to do every day. Very important. No, not really. Legend in my own mind. So again, I'm looking at all the YouTurders talking about a downtrend, and I can't figure out what they're talking about. I'm looking at any move at all from this level is going to break through. Half of this breaks through. You see what you want to see, I guess, guys. I mean, I'm seeing higher highs. I'm seeing higher lows. I'm seeing compression. I'm seeing this last candle critically, didn't even touch the line. Last two times consolidated, broke through. Thus far hasn't touched the line. I mean, I'm not saying that's anything. I'm not saying that's everything. You're nothing to me until you're everything. What was that movie? Bradley Cooper, Amy Adams. It was a pretty good flick. I think it was like FBI fooling. I can't remember. I can't remember anything. Don't get old, guys. It's not pretty. Anyway, I buy the SOFI. John Stamos is here. We love you, Uncle Joey. Thomas Abbott. Oh yeah, I already read this. Nobody's commenting. Yeah, guys, I don't know. What are we looking for tomorrow? I said Max Payne's 8. Wouldn't be surprised closing somewhere just below 8. Volumes weak. When will institutions start buying pre-ER? When will shorts start covering pre-ER? The fact is they usually don't. Shorts and bears don't fear SOFI. Until they do, we're not going to get much movement. Requires higher institutional ownership, but more aggressive institutions. It's the same, tepid buyers churning, and there's always accompanied by these short-long positions. I mean, there's really not any filings to speak of. I think there was like one short got out of the stock or whatever it was, but Mass Mutual Trust decreased. They had 200 shares. So yeah, not much going on. Short covering Calameros Market Neutral Income Fund Class A, one of my favorite Class A neutral income funds. One of the best. Anyway, guys, this is boring, and I'm not really saying anything, but everything is just kind of blah. We're just kind of waiting. SOFI keeps making strong announcements, but people want to see the cash flow. People don't want to hear about the bacon. People don't want to hear their neighbor cooking bacon. People don't want to hear about the delicious BLT, Robinhood owners ate. People want you to bring home the bacon. And the bacon is profit. And everything is there. You just have to scale. The additional revenues will come to the bottom line. Those people who are patient and wait to that time, perhaps 2026, when I believe we're going to see $1 a share EPS, those people will be handsomely rewarded. Probably 90% of you will give up before then. And that's fine. Some institution will get your share. And they'll ride it up with Noto to his stock option price, 25 plus. That's what I think is going to happen. People were asking me about the senior secured note deal. I'm not going to claim to understand it. Basically, eliminated a lot of interest, minimal dilution. More dilution could be eliminated later. That was sort of the cap call deal. Basically, this is Noto not just playing chess, but playing like 3D cyber chess, where other CEOs, founders, they're just kind of, fledgling along. Maybe they have the vision. Noto's a killer. Noto is an assassin. He constructed this model to make money as it scales to take maximum profits to the bottom line. Minimal marginal costs, adding members, adding business, adding revenue. It's a recipe for huge profits. It's just getting to the inflection point. Noto's like, if you're not lazy, you see it. You see the transition. You could see it. It's proven. Upstart CEO just came out and farted at their ER, and the stock goes nuts. Noto does the real work to build a real juggernaut of a company, along with his management team and the support of people like yours truly. And what do we get? We get ignored. Go so far, it's a good stock, but it's like a Jay Leno thing. Like, how would you describe SoFi? Like, I don't know, guys. I'm just a huge Karen. I have nothing to say. Let's see. Yeah, Chia Pet has just been totally quiet because he looks like an idiot. I mean, he's got a target price on the stock like just over this year's sales. I mean, less than 2x sales. Stock that's growing, is making more profits. The thing about the Chia Pet, his EPS estimates are in line with other analysts who have $8 and $10, $12 target prices on the stock. So he knows he's gaslighting, in my opinion. I'm not saying he's dishonest. I'm just saying my opinion is he's dishonest. I think it's freedom of speech, guys. It's definitely not financial advice, but it's just my opinion. I'm not Jared Jenkins. Noto doesn't need your help. He doesn't need an advocate. It's like the Notre Dame thing. I run by, tap Noto's forehead, say a little prayer, head out the door to my day in the frozen tundra. I'm staying until SoFi starts buying back shares and hits the juicy quarterly dividend. You're going to be here a while, Daniel. That cowboy hat is going to protect you from some long days. Yeah, they're not going to start paying a dividend anytime soon, but we'll see. Need a lot of profits, a lot of growth. I mean, this stock is still going to be in an extreme growth phase, hopefully for the rest of the decade. Let's see, guys. I'd put 99%. What was the question? I'm sorry, Rumi. What probability would you put on SoFi being greater than $15 by December 2026? Wow. Okay, so that's basically a 2x December 2026. I mean, it's because they keep manipulating the starting line, keep holding it down. I think the stock should be about 12 right now. If it was at 12 and everything is where it is, I'd say it's almost a lock. I would say probably 85, 90% it'll be over 15. Now, because you need a 2x and December 2026 is only, a little over 2 years away, 2x in a little over 2 years is a lot. But I don't think they're going to be able to keep up shorting, manipulating, borrowing with the options. I think it's going to go away because you're just seeing more and more institutions coming into the stock, which by definition means more and more weak-hand returders are getting out of the stock. As things stand, with the present matrix constructed by Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, and the Oracle, and that little Weasley guy with the beard who's in like the FBI movie where Robert Downey Jr. shoots, what's his name? Tommy Lee Jones, that little fucker. He's in the Matrix. He kills Trinity with that big thing. He unplugs her or whatever. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. What is the probability it's over $15? I mean, honestly, right now, if I just gave an honest percentage, I would say it's 70%. I think this company is just far too good. I don't think they're going to fail. I don't think the risks are there. I think in 2026, it's going to be very, very clear the company's earnings trajectory, growth trajectory is a lot better than analysts and pundits and talking heads have given them credit for. Maybe 75%. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's see. We got Rumi is 99.9. I think that's just too optimistic because there's a lot more risk than 0.1% here. This is still a very small company making very little money without a ton of cash. They do have some, so it's a lot more risky than that. But I do agree with you. It's very probable. I'm not quite as optimistic as you are, Chris, but I'm a realist. No, I'm not. I'm a cockeyed optimist and a huge Karen. But I agree with you. If everything stays on track, Chris, it is 100%. But there is some risk in there. I don't know how exactly to quantify that. I think it's relatively low, but it's not 1%. 10%, 20%. I don't know. I think it's pretty low. I think the risk reward profile here is very, very rich. Oh, a gazillion, 10 feet to call, spread 12x, close about 15. I want to see the options. Yeah, I have a lot of leaps 2026. So yeah, if it gets up to 15 by that time, I'm going to be making I don't know. I think millions of dollars perhaps. John Bland Jovi is here. Chris is at 90, so he lowered it 0.1%. I admire you, Chris. You're a critical thinker. You're willing to change your mind. Went from 99.9 to 99.8, which is a big move for Chris. Very stubborn. Doesn't usually change his mind at all. I don't even know if Chris is a guy. I'm assuming he's a guy because he's stubborn, unrealistic. But Chris could be a woman. But if it was a woman, probably would have put the capital C. Probably would have put an avatar. A guy just throws his socks on the floor. That's the kind of guy Chris is. He's like, lowercase c, lowercase Chris, F you. Next. What did I miss? How many times they say I have to go? There's only 45 minutes left. No, I really do have to go, John Bland Jovi. I do. Carl C. Mark, what's your opinion of 3 2024 calls? Is that too close? I'm sorry. What do you mean by 3 2024? Just not exact, guys. I'm sorry. Everybody has a little bit different nomenclature. That might be obvious to some of you. I'm just not sure what you mean. I apologize. Un poco mas. Don't forget, the market makers will flip his senior. Yeah, the senior secured. No, guys, I'm telling you, I think who's flipping this turd is going to be Goldman. Goldman's fingerprints are just intertwined with Noto. 2025. No, I don't think it's. I think this ER. I think it's going to tell the story. I think I have no problem purchasing a call 6 months out. But my point is, guys, sell it on a pop. You see 30, 40% profit, take it. And then just redeploy. Don't sit there and wait for a time decay. Don't let time decay work against you. Sell the pop, take the profit, and then if you think the price is stabilized, go flat, sell options. Don't just buy options. Have a nuanced strategy. Look at some of these guys that are working the wheel strategy. Look to TJ, the wheel deal. And then there are other guys like Birdie and Wolf of Wall Street who do that here. And you can, hear what they're doing too. They post some of their trades and stuff on here. Anyway, guys, that's really about all I have. Different Chris. This is Patriot Chris with 99.9. What are you guys trolling me? You guys got different Chris's on here trolling me? Anyway, no, welcome and hello, guys. Good. Thank you, both of you, Chris's. Chris squared, Chris cross. Chris cross will make it jump. If you guys are a very skinny, young urban youth wearing your pants backwards, I'm out. I've had enough. I'll quit. If you guys are the real Chris Cross. No, I'm sure they're not. Different Chris's. Anyway, guys, that's about all I have for today. SoFi after hours up 1 penny, $7.80. Volumes weak, but not too weak, just like me, like a good cup of tea. And I don't know, max pain at 8. The puts are quite aggressive. It's the exact opposite we saw last week. Calls were exceeding puts like 2-1 in the volume area, and now puts are actually exceeding calls completely. So I just don't see the stock moving up this week. At least I don't see moving up much above 8. But I hope it does. But like I said, I'm usually wrong. I'm always chubby, and don't hold it against me. I would really like to thank Princess J, Ortex. Yes, Ortex. Want another look at Ortex? So they're talking PrimaryBid technologies. Oh yeah, conference call. So again on a Tuesday, I believe it's the 29th, pre-market. So aggressive early. I like it. Not waiting till like 3rd the next Monday. I predict a really strong earnings call. Compress the time, put more pressure. And if you're a bull and you think the ER is going to be weak, Anthony Noto, you know it's going to be weak. You'll go out further. You want more time. I just feel it's aggressive. Most people think a shorter date is more bullish, but you know, done that before and didn't do a goddamn thing. So what the hell do I know? Anyway, when you say that, you're probably looking for the live short interest, see if anything's changed there. Still sitting at 2 million, guys, still flatline. But if you look at what happened yesterday, it looked like they were returning 1.5 million. And then by the end of the aftermarket, pre-market, little fiasco there, they actually borrowed another 1.5 million. So it is what it is, guys. They're borrowing, they're shorting, they're holding it down. A lot of puts coming in. They really want to kill those options, and especially the calls, of course. They just dumb returders buy a lot of calls. They don't buy that many puts. They're not shorting the stock. Just killing all these idiotic calls. Anyway, guys, speaking of idiocy, let's bring this train wreck to an end. Hope you guys have a great night. It's Un Poco Moss. It's Danny Deals. It's Hurricane Lopez. Thank you for joining me and all that jazz. Peace. I'm out of here. Have a good one, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.